Oh yes, you're welcome back to African Colonization TV. I'm Biafran History. Here we'll give you everything happens around the world, Biafra, and then things happening in Nigeria. In fact, let's look into what this man said. He said a lot of things, and I would like you to watch it to the end so that you understand things happening in Nigeria. So, according to the headline, it says, IPOB DOS can't get Biafra independence over the betrayal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So this man, he said already, I will call him a prophet or a pastor. Some of you may know him. He has now come out to explain many things that is going on there, and the many things that is happening that will make DOS and IPOB and the other group, everybody is hoping or everybody is looking on what will make them not to get where they are going. In fact, he said many things in this video, so make sure you to watch it to the end so that for you to understand everything going on in Nigeria. I was about to watch it, like, subscribe and share, and I would like your comment down below.
The children of the living God and the children of Biafra. My question is, how can selfish people bring you freedom? How can selfish people bring freedom to you, children of Biafra? Selfish people like Ogen Keller, selfish people like Van, like Adandoja, I don't know who, selfish people like DOS, IPOB, selfish people like betrayers, selfish people like greedy man or woman, selfish people like mockers, people that mocking your freedom, people that disgracing your freedom, people that choose bribe over your freedom. How can they bring freedom to you, the children of Biafra, when they are fighting to establish organization? CRC are fighting to establish organization, and you are following them thinking that they will bring freedom to you. Blinky are fighting to establish organization. Imam Madu are fighting to establish organization. Ogenkele are fighting to establish organization. I don't know who are fighting to establish organization. DOS are fighting to establish organization. IPOB are fighting to establish organization. And you want them to give you Biafra. And you want them to give you a nation, which you understand. A nation you are seeking for. Ngosorabese have already give you the nation. Ngosorabese and the cabinet, Simon Ekpa and Ngosorabese have already, declare Biafra and give you the nation you are seeking for. Ngosorabese and her cabinet have already done it. How can you think that Neka Chimezie, that fighting to establish organization will give you freedom? How can you think that Adandojo, that fighting for her own organization, her own benefit, will give you freedom? How can you think that China Saworu, that fighting for her own benefit and her own organization, to protect her own organization, will give you freedom? How can you, Biafra man or woman, think that the Neka Chimezie, that fighting for her own pocket, fighting for her own organization, fighting to be famous, fighting to defraud you, will give you freedom? I don't know how you people think. But betrayer never give freedom. Blackmailers never give freedom. Traitors never give freedom. And they are not among the people that call freedom fighter. And they can never be among of it. These people are fighting to establish organization with which they intend to defraud others. The intention is to defraud others. The intention is to scam others. The intention is to scam others. The intention is to scam others and reaching themselves. Reaching themselves. What are you think that Ogenkere are doing? His intention is to scam others and reaching himself and his family. What do you think that Van are doing? What do you think that Imam are doing? What do you think that DOS and so-called IPOB are doing? Is it not to reaching themselves? Because they are not following the instruction of Nnamdi Kanu, because they are not following the instruction of Simon Ekpa, because they know that Ngoso Rabesa and USB have already declared Biafra, have already given the children of Biafra what they need. What the children of Biafra expecting now is that nation USB to be permanent. Is it not to scam you and enriching themselves? Is it not what they are doing? Is it not what our Dandojo are doing? I don't know what are doing. Is it not what CRC Bricky are doing? Can you mention them? All those members of IPOB, apart from Nnamdi Kanu, can you give me the name? You understand? They are scammers. Confusion. All they're doing is to enriching themselves. They are scamming people. They are collecting blood. Can you tell me the members of DOS we are talking about? Brothers and sisters, open your eyes. This is what these people are doing. These people are scattering spirit division. These people are not seeking for your own freedom, and they can never give you freedom. The mission is to defraud you and enriching themselves. You know, people who believe one can find them where the money is, not where the freedom of Biafra lies. Not where the freedom of Biafra lies. No. Van believe that you can find him where money is. Ogenkere believe that you can find him where money is. I don't know you believe that you can find her where money is. I don't know who believe that you can find her where money is. Mama Dabu believe that you can find him where money is. CRC group believe that you can find them where money is. Where there is money, not where there is Biafra freedom. You can never find them where Biafra freedom is, because they are not seeking for Biafra freedom. DOS members you talking about, and all those breaking, fall back, all those cancawons and caterpillar, they believe that where you can see them is where money is, where there is blood. Where there is akazo, that is where you can find them. Not where Biafra freedom is. They don't want Biafra freedom. Biafra freedom is like a problem to them. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to have anything, any encounter with it. They don't want to do anything with the Biafra freedom. All they're interested is blind. All they're interested is where they can find money, where they can feed themselves, where they can get money and have many investments, buy properties, buy land properties and have, where they can get money and have chieftaincy, you know, where they can get money and become the richest man, the richest woman in the town and buy whatever they desire. Not where your freedom is. They are not seeking for your freedom. People who cares for your freedom is single sort of BSC and USB. And that is why I told you people, whenever you visit Simon Ekpa, whenever you visit Nnamdi Kanu, tell them that what they committed into the hands of Ngoso Rabesa and USB is progressing. Have a, massive progress. There is massive progress in what they are saying. There is a lot of progress. There is a lot of joy. Testimony. Something is going on. The world are seeing seeing them. The world are seeing what they are doing. The leaders of the world are seeing that they are genuine. But you hide all. But these people hide it from Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu and try to brainwash Biafra. You know? Try to brainwash the children of Biafra. How can you call yourself a responsible man or woman that reason well? You believe that the people that are seeking for money, people you have already understand that you can never find them where there is Biafra freedom. You can never find them in a house of freedom. You can never find them in a garage of freedom, in a temple of freedom. You can never find them in a paradise of freedom, but you can find them in the house of blood, in the house of money, in the house of love of money, in the house of evil, in the house of lie, in the house of fabricating stories and video. That is where you can find them. And you think that such people will give you freedom. Are you not a fool? How can you think that ofeke na Igbo? How can you think that ofeke will give you freedom? Ofeke cannot give you freedom. Jagu cannot give you freedom. Ilabo cannot give you freedom. Liars can never give you freedom. You know? I want you to understand nothing but the truth, so that you stop deceiving yourself and lying to yourself. These people never give freedom because they are not interested of the freedom of Biafra. They are not interested in your freedom. They just want you to be a mugu. Na dari iberibe. Ne kwere na dancing on the Mazi day and night. That is what they desire. Brothers and sisters, how do you think that a Confucian man, will give you freedom? Sonia Barawa? All those people, all those group, everywhere, group, different kinds of group everywhere, organization, they already start deceiving people, lying to people. You know, how can you think that it will conceive freedom tomorrow? It will conceive and bear freedom tomorrow. It can never. It will conceive evil and bear calamity, because they are not genuine, and they can never be genuine. You know, these people continue to seek 100 men whose spirit they wish to sacrifice to greedy. They wish to sacrifice their spirit, you know, to root of money, to cage the spirit, to make the spirit, to use the spirit, you know, to cage the spirit. That is why you see them shouting 100 men that will join us, do this, because they want to cage those 100 men. They want those 100 men to become imbeciles. See, don't they look? Ne somde kewu, ne somde katoro. That is the mission. Because when they sacrifice you, when the greedy people sacrifice you to their own selfish greedy, selfish interest, you become onuku, you become sidon de look, you become imbecile. Even an imbecile is better than you, because you will see the truth and you will not talk and you will not defend it. You will see the truth, you will not rebuke them, you will not try to challenge the word, you will not try to correct them, you will not try to tell them the truth, because they have already kept your knowledge, your medulla oblongata, your memory, your conscience is no more working, but your conscience is attached with the evil, favoring the wish, the greedy. Do you know what he means? These people are evil. You know? These people are evil. You know? When they sacrifice your spirit, you are memorizing to the evil, selfish desire. You know? To the greedy. That's where you understand that they are the root of evil. These people are the root of the evil in Biafra struggle. These people are evil. These people are the root of evil, the root of confusion, the root of distraction in Biafra struggle. These people are the root of evil, because greedy and the love of money is the root of evil, because lies and betrayal and a love of speaking evil is the root of evil. And this is what these people represent in Biafra struggle. They never represent good, but they represent evil. And you think that they can free you? You think that they can give you freedom? What kind of freedom? Satan never give anyone freedom. Mami water never give anyone freedom. Mami water can only catch you. Satan can only catch you. The wicked never give anyone freedom, but you will fall into the hands of the wicked and still live under their bondage. I want to tell you that the traitors and liars can never give freedom, but you will live under their bondage, and that is why you should understand the truth, and the truth will set you free. That the only people who vow to bring freedom to the children of Biafra, to liberate them, is Ngosora Bese, Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu, and the USB. And we have one nation. USB are not two. There are one USB. Biafra have one nation. Any other nation is counterfeit. And when you come to the nation of USB, you witness the good leader of Ngosora Bese and her cabinet. You witnessed what Ngosora Bese, her leadership have produced. That her leadership have produced a lot of good things, good luck, a lot of testimony, a lot of things. There is a lot of massive progress. I use the word of massive progress because you cannot count it. It is too much what God have used in Ngosora Bese and her cabinet to down in Biafra is too much, brothers and sisters, uncountable. The Lord is good. This is where you will know that God is good. This is where you will know that the promise of God never died. This is where you will know that the word of God will come to pass. This is where you will know that being a good leader, choosing a good leader, it is a progress and some help to those she is reading. Ngosora Bese, she's a good leader. Simon Ekpa is a good leader. Nnamdi Kanu is a good leader. That is why their own leadership is totally different. And that is why when you see the leadership of Ngosora Bese, you understand that those Ngosora Bese are leading are full of joy and happiness, are full of joy and happiness. You will see they are sound, their brains are sound, their knowledge are sound, their conscience are sound, their medulla oblongata are sound, very sound, their eyes are sound. Everything about them, look good and look marvelous and look beautiful, and that show the quality of a good leader. There is nothing like confusion, there is nothing like destruction, there is nothing like lies, there is nothing like manipulation, there is nothing like nah, it doesn't exist in the side of USB. It doesn't exist in the side of Ngosora Bese, Simon Ekpa. They are the example of good leadership. So follow them. You will understand the truth and forget about those vagabond children that born to scam their own people, that born to deceive their own people, that born to follow the footsteps of Satan, because the word of God says that Satan is a master of lies. When he lies and when he commits atrocities and evil, he do it according to his own nature. So it is not a surprise when I see that the children of Satan are walking according to the instruction of Satan and resemble Satan. When I see that they have the blood of Satan, the knowledge, the conscience of Satan, when I see that they have the medulla oblongata of Satan, it doesn't surprise me or move me, because like father, like son, like father, like daughter. This is the children of devil. They resemble devil. The word of God says in the book of Psalm that those who made idol is like idol. Those that serve idol is like idol. That the idol have mouth but they cannot speak. Idol have ear but they cannot hear. Idol have eye but they cannot see. That those who made them is like that. And that is what is happening in the life of Ogen Kelly. That is what happened in CRC. That is what is happening in Briggy Ogen Kelly. That is what is happening in DOS IPOB. You understand, when you sit there, when you see CRC, when you see FOPA, when you see all those organizations, when you see those betrayers, I don't know what, when you see when you see Imam Madabo, you understand that the followers look like them because they are idols. They can't achieve anything because they have mouth, they cannot speak. All they use their mouth speak is sinful. They use it to betray their children. You understand that the people that follow them smell like them. They smell evil. They smell betrayal. They smell lies. They smell 419. They smell evil. So when you are joined to be the follower, you will smell like them. You will be like them. There is no doubt on it, brothers and sisters. These people are evil. You know, they are evil. And they continue to become evil. They are evil. You know, so these people are evil. They are evil. And that is why they focus to tie your conscience, that you will no more have conscience. Because when your conscience is caged, you will never have feelings. You know, you will never have pity. You will never know the truth. You will never, even if you see the truth, you will call the truth is fake. You will never recognize the truth in your life. And this is what these people are doing. They want to kill the truth in you. They want to make you Nuku forever. They want to make you Atoro forever. You shouldn't allow them. You know, I have forgot the name of this woman that calling 100 men. He say 100 men. Follow, go to the link, donate. 100 men can do this. 100 men can do this. 100 men can do this. Brother, sister, the children of Biafra, the children of the world. Today is the first time you heard about the 100 men. It's not the first time. I have had the 100 men, you know, last year. I had 100 men last year through through many people, even Sonia Padawa, many people, even Ogenke, many people have said about 100 men. Do you know how these people operate with the 100 men? They will tell you that the 100 men is the people that will fight for Simon Ekpa, that the 100 men is the people that organize to achieve, to use to help Simon Ekpa, to use to bear Simon Ekpa, to use to free Simon Ekpa, to use to do this thing to Simon Ekpa. You see the strategies, and they don't know that the strategies have cast. They don't know that nobody is following the strategies anymore. They don't know that the strategies have become counterfeit, have fed up in the life of the children of Biafra, because anything enter, you understand, the children of Biafra have already know that is fake from head to toe. Is fake. Ogenkele is fake from head to toe. They have already know that Sonia is fake from the head to toe. They have already know that the members of the OS and IPOB that betray Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu is fake from head to toe. They have already know that Adandojo is fake. So the strategies of 100 men are not working anymore. They are using it to scam your people. They are using it to defraud your people, to deceive your people. As a child, Nwa Afibo, you should not allow the 100 men to move you or distract you. What can you think that 100 men will do? What can that 100 men? The woman said, join 100 men. Then you should join 100 men. You see what we are doing when we started. You see what the people, 100 men, are doing in Washington. We are genuine. We are this. Yes. We have seen what the 100 men are doing in Washington.
if truly the Igbos have the dominion spirit in them to dominate other tribes, they would have dominated us successfully because they are larger in numbers. Yes, but because they do not have such spirit in them, the Igbo man just want to make money, live and let's live. That is the mentality of the Igbo man. The Igbo man has no intention of dominating or taking your land or grabbing anything that belongs to you. That is the problem the Fulani has with them.
As long as you are a Fulani man, you must not contest any elective position. We have come to that point. As long as you are a Fulani man, you must not hold any appointive position in government until the Fulanis apologize for the terrorism, for the banditry, for the kidnapping and all the conflict and evils they are causing us.
We must take the Fulani tribe of Nigeria to the International Criminal Court. Guys, the more you try to understand the problem of Nigeria, the more you get confused. This is my first time of hearing Yoruba Fulani and Igbo Fulani. Please, is there something like Yoruba Fulani and Igbo Fulani in Nigeria? They are about to start another establishment that will not favor the masses of Nigeria. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. If Nigeria decides to divide today, everybody will benefit from it. Whoever that wants to go with Sheikh Gumi will go with him. You as Igbo man, full-blooded Igbo man will not want to live with an Igbo man that is claiming Igbo Fulani. A typical Yoruba man will not want to live with a Yoruba man who addresses himself as Yoruba Fulani. Fulani-speaking tribe in Nigeria are now the most fearless tribe in Nigeria, a tribe that will commit one or two things and they will not go punished for it. This might be the reason why people are now tagging themselves as Igbo Fulani and Yoruba Fulani. So guys, there is a lot in this video.
There was a time in Nigeria that we felt that the other tribes of Nigeria felt that the Igbos were giving us problem in Nigeria by demanding to exit from Nigeria. And we waged war on the Igbos and frown on them up to date. An Igbo man is yet to rule Nigeria because of the Biafra anti-Semitism. Now, that proves that any tribe that we feel that is giving us problem or wants to give us problem in Nigeria, we can also frown on that tribe, no matter what that tribe is, and make that tribe make correction or see their errors and go back to their place. Today, the Fulani tribe is giving us problem. Yes, the Fulani tribe is giving us problem, and it has come to that point where we must frown at the Fulani tribe for them to understand that, look, Nigeria is not for the Fulani to be taken. Nigeria does not belong to the Fulani, and Nigeria can never belong to the Fulani, no matter what reason they think or whatever they think they are or they can do. That time has come, and I am calling on the international community to take the Fulani tribe of Nigeria to the International Criminal Court, demanding a ban on the Fulani ethnicity of Nigeria from holding any leadership position, be it elective or appointive. The Fulanis must be prohibited. As long as you are a Fulani man, you must not contest any elective position. We have come to that point. As long as you are a Fulani man, you must not hold any appointive position in government until the Fulanis apologize for the terrorism, for the banditry, for the kidnapping and all the conflict and evils they are causing us. We are losing Nigerians in their millions on yearly basis. We are losing a lot of monies that should be directed to development in the name of insecurity. Why? What does the Fulani people think they are? Who do they think they are to be giving us all these problems in Nigeria? That times have come. The problem of insecurity in Nigeria, the solution is not kinetics alone. Until we put all these Fulani people who have infiltrated government, be it in the military and elsewhere in political positions, until we remove them from government, who are frustrating the efforts of government in tackling insecurity, who are infiltrating government, and causing us more problems, using government finances to sponsor this terrorism, we can never get headway in this insecurity.
It is very, very nice to see that many tribes in Nigeria have seen that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem of this country, and Igbo, they are not the problem of Nigeria. Rather, they are the solution to the Nigerian problem. But due to the hatred, due to the tag and the discrimination, the plant in the heart of many, so that they will hate Igbo, and so that they will not understand the full roots of Fulani's aim in Nigeria. Now, everybody has seen their goal and what they are planning and their plan in the country. And it's very, very nice. So, going down to the issue of achievement of Biafra, everybody is trying their best to do what's not the other, but their best, they need to put more effort to their best. Some of them are trying their best to destroy the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which some of them, they are trying their best to make sure that they pull everything down, but their best will never count. A lot is going on, a lot is happening both in and out. The government is using some people to fight against some people. That is why you see there is a lot of problem here and there, both in IPOB, both in Simon Ekpa's group, both in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu group, both in many people that is rising up to call for agitation. What we are now looking on is, we are now looking on who will be the person that will say yes, he wants to do or he wants to go with his own idea and with his own strategies. Let's keep watching and let's keep seeing at the nearest future what will happen, because the future will finally tell who that is doing it right, but not now. Well, I would like your comments down below, like, subscribe, and share for everyone to see the thing that is happening in the country. So thank you for watching.